work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10.
All right, Coach, it is a lovely night here in the Midwest, and the roof is open, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line. 54.
Record. Chance.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch a slant.
Go.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come off the ball. Mike 54.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Foxtrot. Look at me. Zipper. Buzz.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 82 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Switch 61. Max Fox, lights.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill. It's caught. Smith.
I got you, boy.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
6-6, pull it high.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So that is twice on the opening drive that they've gone for it on 4th down, and they've converted both.
I don't know if they're using analytics, which might tell them, hey, more times you go for it on 4th down, the better your odds and better your chances of succeeding. But let's face it, most teams are not going to go for it twice on 4th down in the 1st quarter of the game. I mean, we might not see it 2 more times all season.
Tyquan Lewis makes the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Here's Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now it's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
218, chop it. Hey, Sam off. Leo.
Now Taylor. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check. Look at me. Go. Fire.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 50.
Fair. Hit it.
On second down, it's Taylor, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Greystone, travel. Hey, orbit.
Smalls. No.
Shoot.
On first and 10, Eason. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him. I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Shift. Let's go.
Derrick Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Eason. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Hey, echo.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All day, baby. All day.
From the gun, Eason. And unable to connect, incomplete. They'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check safety, check safety.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He'll rifle this one deep right, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike 54.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Jackson to return. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check nickel.
Tannehill on first down. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
That's our own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 52.
On first down, Eason. Going left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, Eason. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jayon Brown able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
I got you. Exit.
From the gun on third down, Eason. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, let's get that.
Bravo.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. Mike 54. Mike 54. All you get is a headache.
Go.
On fourth down, Eason. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 1 quarter remaining. Titans here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
To throw is Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going up.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
That's good for 28 yards. Here's Taylor. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, seam six, get it.
Back to throw. Eason, now a desperation throw, deep depth, and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Ready.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tannehill going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
15.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set. 60 or. 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Well, he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Ready.
Throwing now, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check.
Off play action, Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter.